Welcome to Dungeon Master Tactics. In this series, I'm going to be talking about certain tactics and playstyles for monsters depending on their stats and abilities. And we're starting this series off strong with the Sea Hag, so let's dive in. Right off the bat, we need to talk about her three stats I'm going to be basing these tactics on: her strength, constitution, and intelligence. The Sea Hag has a strength and constitution of 16, and her intelligence and wisdom are both 12. So if you're in an ability point-buy system, the Sea Hag is going to be on par with any of your martial characters, and in some cases will be wiser and smarter than some of them. Additionally, the Sea Hag can do a great sword's amount of damage with one of her claw attacks. So if you are a dungeon master playing a Sea Hag who is going, let's say, after a boat full of people, what do you do first? Naturally, I believe it makes sense for the Sea Hag to roll a wisdom or intelligence check to see which of the characters is the weakest and strongest. To determine the difficulty class of the check for the Hag, I would make it the strength score of the target divided by 2, which in most cases in Tier 1 gameplay would leave the DC between 5 to 8. So, now you are the Sea Hag and you have determined who is the strongest and who is the weakest, so what do you do to raise your chances of success? And this is where we move into the Sea Hag's abilities: Illusory Appearance and Horrifying Appearance. And both of these abilities grant different opportunities. Using the Illusory Appearance, the Sea Hag can try and garner sympathy from heroes and NPCs alike, and act as if they are drowning or they're from a shipwreck. And then we get to the Sea Hag's Horrifying Appearance, which she can use to seclude certain characters from the group. Whether using stealth or Illusory Appearance, the Hag can use her Horrifying Appearance to scare the stronger characters away from the weaker characters. An important note before you get into combat with the Sea Hag is that once she scares somebody with her Horrifying Appearance, she knows that she has a minute to get to work before that fright wears off. Once a Sea Hag has initiated combat, there's a couple things that she can do to start out the battle. If the Sea Hag sized characters up before the battle started, the Sea Hag can use her strength of 16 to pull weaker characters off the boat. Additionally, if the Sea Hag was lucky enough to frighten somebody, she would more than likely use Death Glare on the characters that would pose a significant threat to her. And determining where you should go next in combat with the Sea Hag really should be dependent on if the Fright and or Death Glare works. If the Death Glare did not work on any of the characters, I would more than likely use the tactic of grappling somebody and pulling them off the boat. Because water is the Sea Hag's domain and she has a swim speed of 40 feet. Because if the Sea Hag is not confident about her chances, she can change the venue of the fight by pulling someone from the boat. Playing off the Hag being as intelligent as your adventurers and being horrifying to boot will definitely make players question, am I going to jump in the water to save my friend right now? And that'll wrap up this episode of Dungeon Master Tactics. If you would like to see another creature in this series, make sure to let me know in the comments. I'm a Winter Blaze, and I'll see you next time.